Hello, cosmic beings. Welcome to Being Cosmick. If this is your first time here, welcome. If you're returning, welcome back. I am so glad that each and every one of you are here. My name is Devon, and I will be doing a collective message for you. So take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All right, let's get into it. Oop, okay, so let's get into it. Let's let me be here. Also, thank you for your support on the channel. The likes, shares, comments, subscribes, and the donations all really do help out. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Uh, Gotta shuffle again. What's going on? Okay, so I kind of had like a weird random little visual type thing before I hit record for this message. And what it was it was like this. So it's like a magical forest, and there's a bridge over a stream, and there's like butterflies and like fairies, and just like there's like an essence of magic in the air. And it's almost this energy of like there's this door that's illuminated into this almost like a house, but it's like hidden. It's one of these things, like if the door wasn't illuminated, you wouldn't know that it was a door into this magical like home. And so I feel like maybe there's something that has happened recently where it's like that door illuminated, and now you're being invited to walk across this bridge and see, what magic lies beneath this door. And so it's metaphoric. And we'll see more of what's going on there. Um, yeah, yeah. Okay, and then we've got action. So this is funny. This card has actually come up in quite a few readings recently. Um, and there's horses on there. We're getting ready to come into the year of the fire horse officially. So there's definitely that energy. A lot of us in the collective were like, it's this weird dual feeling where it's like, action is coming, and you're getting ready to like make some big moves, but you're also, oh yeah, it reminds me of the visual of like when you're at a racetrack with horses, and they're like getting ready, like to go, and the gate is shut, and then the moment that that gate opens, they just take off. And so it's kind of that energy, like we're like the horses right now, like, all right, we're getting ready to move, but spirit's still got that damn gate closed. It's like not quite ready, like we're not, like one more little bit of transformation or releasing or whatever, like there's a little bit, just a little bit extra that we're being called to do for the next, probably week or two, and then just boom, we're off to the races. Oh my gosh. And then the patience card came out. I didn't even see that. So, yeah. This is totally that energy of being patient. So it's one of these, like with that first analogy or that first metaphor that I was referring to, where it's like you can see the light, you can see the door that's illuminated that you're being invited into, but it's not quite time to walk across that bridge yet. Like you're not quite there, but you can see it in the distance. And so it's that energy of like, just continue to be patient. Divine timing is at play. Um, and just know that here pretty quick, it's going to be kind of like that gate opening in the other analogy with the horses at the racetrack, where we're being asked, you're being asked to be patient right now. And once that gate opens, you're gonna know. It's gonna be like all of a sudden everything is clear. Like things that that were previously blocking or obstacles or things of that nature are just going to be cleared, and then you're going to be like, guided to go. And it's going to be it's going to be in alignment. So you're going to want to take this action. And you're probably starting to really get that energy of like getting geared up, making some changes. And you're being asked to look at some of those things. So if you're being asked to do some of the internal work, sit with that and do whatever internal work you're being guided to do right now, because it's something that is being asked to be cleared before that gate can open, metaphorically speaking. Um, and then same thing, if you're being asked to, purge through, like go through some of your, physical belongings, or make some space in some way. I feel like there's a level of letting go of something and then also making space for something new. So there's that energy of like still doing the final preparations before you're going to be guided to like move. And okay, yeah, we've got the first chakra. Archangel Michael is on this card. The first chakra is the root chakra, or the base chakra. It sits at the base of the spine, like right around the tailbone. The color is red. It actually kind of cones down. So our chakra centers are actually, oftentimes they're depicted as circles, but they're actually cones of light that come out like this. And then so they go out like this on the front of the body and then out like that on the back of the body. But then the crown chakra does like this, and it's kind of like a cone going up to the divine. And then the root is like a cone going down into the earth. And then we have many, many, many chakras. But when we're talking about the main chakra centers, we've got 7 of them in our body, from the base of the spine up to the crown, and they're all connected. The base chakra, or the root chakra, that is what connects us to the physical plane. That's what connects us to earth. It is blocked by fear, and it is where it's about survival, security, stability. So this is where a balanced, really healed root chakra is going to look like, having physical resources, not being in survival mode, being more in thrival mode, not being in that fear mentality, not being in lack energy. That's when that root is really balanced. And the root is also connected to the crown. So all the chakras are connected, but then there's this interplay between certain chakras. And the root and the crown have an interplay where the crown is where you receive your divine guidance. That's kind of the connection point to the divine. And then the root is the connection point to the earth, right? And then we've got extra chakras in the higher self, or the star chakra, soul star. It's known by a few things. Then you've got the earth star, or the earth chakra, and that's a little bit below your feet, and those two interplay. And so there's a lot going on with the way that our energy pulls into this physical realm. And I just went on a whole tangent with that, so somebody might be pulling through some information on the chakras. If you want to know more about the chakras, let me know, and I can do a video just kind of going into it, doing more of a deep dive in that. Anyways, with this, what's going on here is there is a huge balancing of the root that is taking place. And that makes sense with this action card. And also what I was picking up on is because it's this level of grounding in your energy. And then once you're grounded and you're bringing that divine energy through your system, grounding it into the earth, then when you are guided to act, you're going to be acting from that inspired, grounded place. And so it's not gonna be unbalanced, it's not gonna be, you're not gonna get swept away in the energy. You're gonna be able to ground it in and take that inspired action in very tangible, sustainable ways. And so that's what this preparation period has really been about. And, this is what's like in your energy now. It's just there's a little bit of like earth time that you're being asked to be patient with, and I really am picking up like a week or two. So whenever you're watching this within a week or two, this is going to be like ready for you to move and do something with this. You're being called to really, really take some pretty intense, divinely inspired action. Uh, yep. Okay. And then we've got Journey. And so I love this because she's on a bridge. And in that initial kind of vision, there was a bridge to that door. And so there's definitely an aspect of you're being called to traverse this bridge and see what's on the other side. And I feel like you've been getting glimpses and hints and maybe dreams, some visions, something like that, knowing some signs and synchronicities where you just kind of have a feeling. Maybe you've heard some things with clairaudience, something like that, where it's you're getting the insight of what is on the other side of this bridge for you, but it's one of those. I feel like you're just getting little glimpses. I don't feel like you're getting like the full picture. Even if it's been pretty clear visions and stuff, I feel like that's just a little glimpse. I feel like this is massive energy. Um and it's in a very balanced, grounded way. Okay. And then we've got financial constraints. And this has come up a couple times recently as well for the collective. So and it landed on patience. And so what I feel like is happening is you're being asked to be patient with your financial situation because there is something that is coming in to completely flip it for you. So it's this complete like if you've been in survival mode and struggling to have the resources to get your basic needs met, that kind of thing, or maybe you just are looking for a level up or something of that nature, this is really coming through to tell you to be patient with this because there's a little bit more that you're being asked to do as far as balancing this root chakra energy. And once this balances and once you're guided to take this action, this is going to just be a thing of the past, is what I just heard. So know that in this next phase of life, as you bridge this gap, basically, as you take this journey and really take this action, this is something that you're leaving behind, this financial constraints, and you are going to be really truly balancing this root chakra energy and bringing in significant resources to where you're not in survival mode anymore. I really am picking that up. So um yeah, yeah, that's good stuff. Because it's one of those things too, like when we're not in survival mode, we can just show up in such a different energy, a more balanced energy, a more you don't have the weight of the world. It's not so stressful. It's just like, oh, and then you can show up in just a different energy. And that's a key too, is really tap into that energy and how it feels to be financially free and whatever that means for you. Tap into that energy and really do your best to sit in that energy at least for a few minutes a day if you can. The more you can sit in that energy and just feel how good it feels to be completely financially secure. And again, that's going to be different for different people. Some people, their idea of financial security looks like this, and some people it looks like this. And so whatever it is that feels resonant and in alignment with you, sit in that energy and really feel how good it feels to not have to worry about, this bill or this thing or, a creditor or something of that nature. Again, it's going to vary depending on your where you're at right now, but it's really sitting in that energy and allowing yourself to truly feel how good that feels. And that right there, when you sit in that energy and tap into that feeling, the more you can do that, the more you're going to experience physical reality that supports that energy. So that's, a little manifestation hack. Then we've got caring connections. It's funny, I was kind of picking up a romantic thread at the beginning of this reading. So, for some of you, what is coming for you and what you're going, yeah, because it kind of came out over here. So, what is waiting for you on the other side of this is a caring connection of some sort. For some of you, it's going to be romantic. For others of you, this could be platonic. This could be a soul tribe member that is somebody that you can call and talk to about, 5D experiences or, you know, take it as it resonates. And then for some of you, this is going to be like a high level counterpart um connection that is romantic. So that is also in the cards for you. What else? Okay, and then we've got Angel of Balance. So yeah, I feel like that is a big focus right now in the energy that you are currently in. So it's part of this like balancing, seeing and getting the notion of what is lying ahead for you, and also being patient with your current reality and knowing that it's such a weird space, and I really feel like you're in this as well, where it's like you've got this old, and I say old, it's just, yeah, I mean, that's kind of how it feels. So it's like this old identity, this old way of doing things, this outdated type of, it's just an energetic difference. And so when you've done a ton of the inner work, when you've had some spiritual experiences and you are on this journey, the old way that you used to do things when you were more like unconscious and plugged in operating from that energy, it just doesn't work anymore. It's just not in alignment. It doesn't bring the same results. It doesn't bring the same feelings. Um, and it's this energy of like, oh, I want more. I want something different, and it's almost this energy of like, I can still have it all in a way. And, the universe is helping me to really tap into that energy and like I can have it all. And then there's this weird, like, it's a weird energy where you know that this is no longer it, but you're not really locked in fully into this new reality. So it's the mist of the quantum jump. It's that being on the bridge between this way of doing things and this way of doing things. And so there's this balance of like, yes, keep focusing on this and all of that, on what is coming for you and what you know that you're stepping into. And also because it's kind of like you're straddling two realities right now. It's like a part of you is still in this one, you're still experiencing this one, but energetically you're already in this one. And so it's kind of this like catch up thing that happens where your energy shifts over here and then your physical reality catches up to it. And then with that, you're going to be guided to take certain action steps to fully bring your physical reality into a position where it is actually reflecting this new energy that you are operating from. And so that's where that angel of balance really, really comes in, is it's that balancing and just knowing like, okay, this is just what I'm seeing because that is what I was attracting in. And now I know my energy is more over here, and my physical reality has no choice to catch up with it as long as I am continuing to stay in this new energy, in this new vibration, in this new place of attraction, of yeah, of just vibration. Sometimes putting words to these kind of quantum things can be a little challenging, but hopefully that was clear. Okay. Well, there's more. There's more. What else? Okay. We've got strategy and door to romance. So, huh. Oh, okay. So for some of you, that door that was illuminated in the initial vision that I was talking about, it's the It's this door, the door to romance. Um, I feel like there's so much more beyond that door as well. I feel like romance is a big part of it. I do feel like, and I kind of mentioned it earlier with like a counterpart connection. I am picking up a counterpart connection. I really, really am. And with this door to romance in the strategy card, are they being asked to come up with a strategy? Okay. So for some of you, hmm, I don't. So it's one of these things where sometimes when that card comes out, you're being guided to strategize. But with this card, I don't feel like that's the message. I feel like you've already done a lot of the mental work on coming up with a strategy for it. I feel like this is just saying like your strategy that you've already come up with or that you've been debating on. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Thank you. So if you have strategized and you're like, okay, when the time is right, I'm going to do X, Y, and Z and move towards this person that I desire, right? If that is the case and you've already kind of been mentally strategizing, maybe you've been actually writing it down, because we've got a journal on here. If you've actually been like already strategizing, I feel like spirit's coming through to tell you that your strategy is on point and it's nothing going on with your strategy right now. You're just being asked to wait just a little bit longer before really making this move because there's something else that is going on in the physical realm. Or okay, for some of you, it's gonna be physical, like something in the physical realm that's being taken care of right now. Again, this, if you're moving or something like that, that might be part of it. Like, wait till you moved, something like that. Um, or, if you are in a job transition, I just heard something about like putting your 2 weeks in. Wait until you are, um, wait till you've already started that new job, something like that. If you're in the midst of a life change right now, you could be being asked to be patient and wait till that life change is already. I don't feel like it needs to be like anchored in, but you've already made that change. So like you've already moved, you've already started that new job, something like that. And then for some of you, there is some other internal block or wound or something like that that is fully clearing. And this could be because it's a door to romance, so that involves another person. So this could be something that you're being called to work on, or this could be something that's going on with the other person. And so that's where this patience is coming in right now. And then I feel like spirit's really coming through to tell you that the strategy that you have mm, kind of really felt called to. So like if you've been debating, should I do this? Should I do that? Should I reach out this way? Should I say this thing? Should I do that thing? Should I, just show up? Should I, whatever it is for you? Whatever that you're feeling called to the most, whatever you kind of like when you're doing those thoughts of should I do this? Should I do that? The one that you kind of end up on more frequently, that's the one that you're being guided to do. And so your strategy is on point. It's just a timing thing at this point. So for some of you, you could be sitting there like, I need a better strategy. I need to come up with something different. And the message coming through is you're not really being asked to change the strategy. You're just being asked to kind of be patient, to focus on some other stuff when it comes to your root chakra. And then when the time is right for you to do this thing, whatever strategy is in your highest good to follow through with will be crystal clear for you at that time. Wow. Okay. Little love note at the end, which is always fun. Okay, well, with that, I am going to go ahead and leave this here. I felt the energy lift right when I was done talking about the whole strategy thing. So I'm going to go ahead and leave this here. I hope this resonates. If so, you can let me know in the comments below. Feel free to hit that like button. It does help out the channel, so thank you. And if you would like to see more from me, you can hit subscribe. It is free, and I will see you on the next message. Bye.